So what do you think of the noodles?
They are as they always are, filling.
That's one way of putting it. So, any thoughts on the case so far?
I think we're getting closer to finding out the truth, but for Leia's whereabouts and motives, I'm not so sure.
There's a few loose ends we'll need to tie before we're hone in to what that is. But despite my earlier eagerness to continue, I think we both need a little rest. These noodles are feeling a little bit too heavy, if you know what I mean. Let's sleep it off. Let's meet back on Anemoid Row in the morning.
Sure thing. Have a good sleep.
You too. I try to stay away as much as possible from this place. Feels like a prison room. But at least it's warm, dry, and quiet.
Get down! Everyone, get down! We're completely outnumbered. Man down!
Son of a bitch. He was there. The Aurelian was there. He looks older now, but that's him. Son of a bitch. He's one of them. The Aurelian. He's a Nexus 8.
What? How do you know?
Let's just say we have a shared history. A history I just remembered. Meet you on Anemoid Row in 30.
Okay, see you there.
Novak. Jesus, Novak, what the hell did you do? That sleazy Kill magazine has it on record that a Blade Runner killed a fellow colleague at the Snake Pit.
I can assure the public that no Nexus 9 has shot anyone at the Snake Pit. We closely monitor all Nexus 9 and their activities heavily scrutinized, and any deviation from baseline results in a complete reset of the Nexus 9's memory and are either recalibrated or retired. Fortunately, all Nexus 9s have been successfully integrated into society with little need for a recalibration, and no Nexus 9s have been retired. I can assure you Wallace Corporation will work with the LAPD in investigating these unsubstantiated rumors and hold those responsible accountable.
You better get down here now and give me everything. You got that, Novak? It's not only your ass on the line, but mine as well. I told you this was top priority, and I meant it.
So a story from a sleazy magazine gets you questioning who talked? Do what you must, Holden. But I have a job to do, and you'll get my shift report, as always.
That won't do me any favors, but I'm not looking for any.
So, did you speak to Holden?
Did you?
A few words. He was quite upset with you.
Like I give a shit.
Needless to say, I was able to calm him down a bit. I was able to convince him we have been completely by the book on this one.
Thanks.
So, how do you know this Aurelian is a Nexus 8 replicant?
After looking at the picture again of him and getting some sleep last night, recalled an old case that I had worked on before the blackout. I was just a rookie then. Anyway, he was there. Looked different, much younger, but he's the same guy, all right. But there's only one way to know for sure.
VK test?
Yep.
You old-timers love those things, don't you?
It's as useful as that blaster you're carrying.
Fair enough. Time to pay this Aurelian a visit. You know where he works out of? While I was waiting for you, I asked around. Easy enough to find. Just had to look for the butterfly.
Well, good morning to both of you. Well, it's good morning when you can't see the rain. Quite. Are you the Aurelian? Why, yes, sir. And what can I do you for? I have a fine selection of electric butterflies for any collection. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? An old acquaintance of mine. What was that? You'll have to excuse me, my old ears just don't hear as well as they used to. You heard me quite all right, I'm guessing. And you are not as old as you want people to make you out to believe. Why? Why would you say that now, Mr. I don't think I quite picked up what your name was. Novak. Detective Novak. And you best answer my questions as best as you remember them. I have no idea what you're even going on about. I'm but a simple merchant scratching at a meager life. All I have is right here. Look if you're looking to rob me, but by all means go right ahead. I won't fuss. Just take what you want and go on about your business. I can't even see who you are. We're not here to rob you. I'll need to test you. Make sure you are who you say you are. What? A test? What are you talking about? Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now sit down and we'll start. This may take a while. A man dressed in rags approaches you on the streets and asks you for money. Do you bring him dinner or take him to shelter? Describe in single words only the things that come into your mind about your mother. You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms. What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you? You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog. You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you down to the mud. Using a butcher knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow. You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet. What do you think it's like to be a replicant? Well, now, the cat's been let out of the cage now, hasn't it? A great run, I figured. Only now someone like you finding me out. Nice cover you had going. Yeah, I guess so. You've got me in quite a pickle here. What's the reason for your visit? What do you know of her? Sold her some butterflies, but I think you already knew that. There's more. Go on. Spill it. And what reason would I have now to tell you anything? Well, no one knows we're here, and maybe I just might turn a blind eye to what I know about you. Well now, isn't that a proposition? Guess you leave me no choice then. You never had any to begin with. No, I guess you're right. Well, she didn't just come in for the butterflies. She wanted off-world, and well, she thought I could help. Help? How so? Oh, don't play dumb here, detective. Most of us here hiding on the streets know how to get off-world. These new breed of replicants, not so much. Why? They've got it good. Or I guess they think they do. Anyway, I pointed her to the right direction on how to get off-world, and that was that. That was that, eh? Well, that's not enough for me to keep quiet. You're good, Aurelian. But the machine is better. So spill it. Damn machines. I helped her the best way I could. I don't really care that she's a newer model.
The more I can get anyone like us off this forsaken world, the better. We deserve a life as much as you. More so, I'd wager. We had no choice, like you said. Not our fault. You all fucked up. But seeing as how you leave me no choice in spilling it, that's fine. Probably lived longer than I should have. You? So she's got a ticket to get off world. You'd think she would have done so already. But as far as I know, she hasn't. She's very angry. And I'm not quite sure why. She kept muttering and asking about where Lilith Tyrell is. She was quite unstable last time I saw her. Where's the launch point off-world? Are you going to leave me the hell alone and let me continue my business? If by business you mean selling butterflies, maybe. If it's getting these rogue reps off-world, then I'll have no choice but to send you to retirement. Look, I told her she needed to stay put in the safe house and wait until the time was right, before heading to the pickup and launch point. That's all I know. Now, if you can make up your mind whether I'm still in business or not, I'd like to know, you know? 2 things to remember. If I find out this is a dead end, you're retired. If I hear even the slightest rumor that you're doing more than selling electric butterflies, retired. You drive a hard bargain there, detective. Oh, and one more thing. You're mine now. Any questions? I ask, you answer. Slightest detail miss or unsaid, retired. Got that? Loud and clear. Holden doesn't know what he doesn't know now. We need this Aurelian for future cases. He's our ear on the ground here. Leia isn't the only one looking to escape off-world, so hopefully he plays along to catch a few. You surprise me, Novak. I knew you didn't play by the book all the time, but to completely throw it away, that's something. Lots of you rookies need to learn, and playing by the book isn't the best way to get things done sometimes. So, the safe house? Yeah, bit worried about this Tyrell business, but nothing that we can't wait. Maybe something at the safe house can tell us more. According to the Esper footage, the safe house is likely over there. Lead the way.